Hey guys, so it's that time again, and it's time for me to start a new build. And I was able to take this camper on one last camping trip. You could click the link right there if you want to see that camping trip. But first thing I want to do is I want to start a new bed and power box setup. And this bed is made very specific for the Honda Element, and it's made with the chair frame that still folds up and down. Um, but the first thing I want to do is I want to start with a more generic bed frame that will fit on any SUV. But what am I going to do with this bed? Well, hopefully one of you guys will want it. So out there, if you have a Honda Element and you want this bed, you can have it. So email me if you're interested in the bed, but for me, I'm going to start on my new bed and power system underneath the bed. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm just going to put the bed up for now and wait for somebody to come and take the bed who might be interested, or else I'll cut it up. So what I want to start off with is a new bed, but underneath the bed is what I need to start off first is with the new power station. Here I have my power station and storage box, and one of the things I want to do is add an extra battery. So this is a mini 100 amp hour battery. I want to double it to 200 amp hours. So because I'm going to have a little bit more space to play with my new setup. So I'm going to double my battery capacity, and I'm going to add a new inverter that has a monitor on it too. So and I should be able to get some more storage space too with my new layout, because I'm not using this chair anymore. So let's start off with the power station. Let's throw this out and just start brand new. All right, all that hard work and rework and how many times I tinker with it, it's all apart. And now I need to start working on my new power box. What I want to do is make the bed a little bit bigger, so you could see by the size of the halfway divider that the bed was, only this big. But I'm gonna push it over a little bit further, and maybe get to the edge of that thing a little bit. And then I'm going to make a drawer right here, so my power box will go right there. That's the idea. And the reason why I want the drawer here is because I want to be able to access my spare tire when I need to. I do not want to put my power box on top of this without a way to get it out. My old power box, I was able to slide it in and out, but it's going to be different this case, so I want the drawer to slide in and out. And so the power box will have to go right there. All right, so here's a mock-up of what my new system is going to look like. I just got this power inverter, 2000 watt by Red Odo also. But the nice thing is that it's got this display. So there's a remote display, so I could monitor my my inverter without having to look down, stick my head down. Anyways, comes with heavy gauge wire also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these two batteries in parallel. So I'll have 200 amp hours of battery connected to this 2000 watt inverter. And then what I'm gonna do also is we're gonna move my battery, my solar charger. We're gonna move it from that position probably and put it right here if there's space. So we're gonna build the box, and then we're gonna see what space we have, but I'd like to move that down here also. So to mount the power box secure to the car, I'm going to use this channel right here, and I cut some tapers to the edge of this. So we're going to try to get this in underneath, and then we'll mount the box to this piece of wood right here, which will be nice and secure. But you can see, even with the tire well cover out, it doesn't want to slide through because there's this lip right here. So we'll see if we could just pound our way through. So what I do is I cut another taper on there. Instead of pounding, I just wanted to slide through better. Okay, so now if we screw it to this, it should hold together pretty tight. Maybe I'll slide it in like that, but either way, it'll be in this groove, and it'll be, when it pulls up, it'll be nice and tight. So I got the box frame of the box set up. I'm going to screw everything in tight, and then we'll mock it up to see how well it fits. Alright, so that's the way the frame will look, and I'm going to make a partition wall to hold back this battery because we don't want it sliding around, and then another little wall there to hold back that battery. And another thing is that you can see it's not flush over here, and I knew that was going to happen because of this lump. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around that so that we can push it up against there. We'll see how that goes. All right, but I think that's the right fit. All right, so I got the box ready, and if my measurements are right, the batteries will fit right in there. And these holders that I put in should keep the battery nice and secure, and then the inverter will go right over there. So let's install it and try it out. Okay, so don't forget I have this wood piece right here so I could drill into this and hold it tight. Alright, so I made it this big because I want to still be able to access the spare tire back here, so I need this box to stop right there so I can take out this whole piece to get the spare tire. So that's why it's not bigger, in case you're wondering. All right, seems like a perfect fit. It's really snug. It's not going anywhere. So I'm gonna put the inverter right here, and this will be perfect for my, not just my power box, but this is also my bed frame. This is the bottom of my bed frame that's gonna come later, but today we're just focused on the power part of it underneath the bed. So next up, I want to drill some holes for ventilation, and it'll reduce the weight of this a little bit too, but I'm going to drill some holes before I drill it into here, because I know the wood planks are down here for me to drill into, but we'll drill some ventilation before we drill it down. All right, so I got the screws in, and now you can see it's tight. It's not going anywhere. It's nice and secure. All right, so now I could populate it with my power equipment. All right, a little bit of a hiccup. So I got, I set it up for the inverter and the batteries to fit real nice. The inverter has screws I can mount to this wood piece real nice. And I had enough height for this MPPT solar charge controller. All right, so you can see it's just a little hair off, and it's because these wires right here. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill a hole down there, or cut a hole, to give this a little bit more room for relief, and should give me just that little bit of extra margin I needed. As you can see, it's just a little too close, and it's bending the wire right now, so I'm just gonna cut a little notch. All right, so I cut out a little hole. That should give me the margin I need. All right, so when I install this, you can see just that little bit gives that wire some relief. That's all I need. All right, so that's in. You can see the little holes giving me a little extra relief, and it's flush with the top. That's all I need, just perfectly flush. So this is the new inverter I got. So now this is the way it's going to look, and we're going to hook everything up. And that new inverter has a remote display too, so I could monitor the inverter. I don't have to look down here, that'll be a pain in the butt, but it'll give me it in this display. So we'll hook everything back up, hook up the new inverter, and then hook up the monitor display. All right, I forgot one more install before I do all the hookups. I have to install these DC ports And these are just my 12-volt ports that I'm going to tie to this load on my charger. All right. There's the way the ports look on this side. I have 2 USBs and a voltmeter when it's live. And here is the accessories, cigarette lighter type. Right now, I'm gonna drill this thing down, mount it up, and then find a good spot for that remote. All right, my counter is a mess right now, but I decided to put the remote control up here, and the line goes down there, around, and fishing this line was a pain in the butt, but I got it out. So I'm gonna route it underneath here, underneath the wheel well, and then out into the box. And now I can do all my routing. All right, so I got everything installed, so let me tell you what I did. Okay, so I have a line solar panel, and that solar panel is being split into 2 chargers. One for my car, which is just basically a small battery tender, so I don't need it to be too big. I forgot to mention I had this. And this is the solar MPPT, and MPPTs are more efficient than regular, just regular solar chargers like this guy, but that's okay. This one doesn't need to be too efficient. It's just tending the battery on my car. That's all it's connected to. It's completely isolated from my system. I got 2 mini batteries. So this is 100 amp hours, and it's going to still be smaller than most 200 amp hour batteries, even though there's 2, because it's 2 minis. Okay, so I have these in parallel, positive to positive, negative to negative. You could put it in series, and get 24 volts, but I'm running 12 volts. That's my choice. And it's going to, this inverter right here, this inverter is going to be 120 volts AC, and it's going to power all the AC stuff in my car. I have 2 DC ports right here. One is a USB, and the other one is a cigarette lighter ACC. A loose cigarette lighter port right here, just in case I need another one somewhere. So you can see the system is actually very clean right now, and I really like the colors of these red Odos, the white, red, and blue. I think it looks pretty cool. So let's take a closer look at everything. All right, so just a little bit closer look. Here's the 2 100 amp hour batteries. There's 2 of them. They are in parallel. I have loose wiring coming around, and I have it strapped down. Here's this Bouge RV solar charge controller. And again, these smaller ones are not as efficient as the more expensive MPPTs, but it's actually good enough. But these guys are just a little bit more efficient. So this guy's charging my car battery, and this guy's charging these 2 batteries. This is a lead time MPPT, 30 amps. Over here, red Odo 200 watt inverter, and I already have a plug plugged in, and that plug goes to this power strip that's underneath to power all my my microwave and things like that. That's already going out, and these 2 DC ports are on the outside. You can see it's always live, and there's a voltmeter on it, 13.2. That's perfect. And here's the cigarette lighter port, and that's going to be right there. You see I have the holes for ventilation, and there's another hole back here for that ventilation here, so that works out really well. And let's take a look at the remote. All right, so this is the remote for the inverter. I can control the inverter right here, so I don't have to reach down and turn it on. So now it's on right now, and it monitors the output, which I'm not using right now, so it's nothing. So that's really nice. So I can monitor and control it right here. Don't have to reach around down there to turn it on. Of course I can if I wanted to. there's a power switch right there too if I needed to. There's also some USB ports down there too. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little hard to see. There's some USB ports. Here's that controller cable. All right, so you can see my power box right there, and I'm building it in anticipation of my bed. Let me zoom out a little bit. So the bed is going to extend over here, of course, and that's just the base. I do not want the bed to permanently cover this area right here because I want to access my spare tires still. So we're going to build a drawer that will come out completely and easily, and it'll also work as support so that it doesn't obstruct me accessing my spare wheel tire. And my old bed that I made with my car frame, remember, I'm going to give that away. If anybody wants it, please take it, because I need the space. You can see my car is a mess right now. All right, so I got my power station and the base of my bed ready. Need to get rid of the old bed, and you guys know what time that is. It's Miller time. We'll see you next time when I continue the bed.